What the frick is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Aston.
I'm Leanne.
Two quick things about us. If there's one food I dislike, it's eggs.
And I grew up in Puerto Rico.
United States? Okay, if you're sharing that with us, let us know down below. We are back for the finale, the final episode. We finally made it. Dahmer, episode 10. So crazy. So far, it's been a crazy ride. Yeah. This is the first show we watched on here. And it's coming to an end.
And we're ready.
How do you feel?
I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready to be done.
Okay, so we're getting into Dahmer, bro. This guy, just kill him already.
Healing.
Are we gonna enjoy this episode? Let's get into it.
The show might.
And honest to God, you got the right build for it.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Just come inside,
You
answer
got the
a
right
couple
build
questions,
for it.
and I'm gonna think of it like a job interview, okay?
What's this?
A job interview.
What could this have to do with the story, though, right?
Is this Lionel?
What, what's that smell?
Oh, you know, probably a dead raccoon or something down in the crawl
Is this
space.
a guy copying him? This is a guy copying him.
Here you go.
What's this?
What the heck do you... It's an RC Cola. The heck's wrong with you?
Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah. So, you're looking for full-time, part-time?
Oh, I mean, I'll take as many hours as you can give me.
You got the right build
Just
for it.
depends on what you want to do. PDM stands for paint, design, and maintenance. So, you know, all kinds of work to be done. You go to that bar a lot? Because I've never seen you in there before. Here. Let me show you something. You Catholic?
I don't want the job no more.
First of all,
Come on, man. Quit struggling. You do not want to piss me off. Trust me. God can help you. I'm God.
Prison authorities in Illinois are preparing to execute
My nigga.
notorious serial killers. A federal judge on Wednesday ruled that the execution of John Wayne Gacy can go forward. He is scheduled to die by lethal injection on May 10th, given that the confessed murderer says 2 months more to live after a legal battle that has gone on for more than 14 years. Here now with more is Frank Courier.
It was 1978. The world first saw the horrifying images of body bags being pulled out of John Wayne Gacy's house near Chicago.
what are you doing that
And
for?
Gacy, later convicted in the torture murders of 33 young men and condemned to die.
Thank God, you're finally gonna fry that guy. You do something like that, you don't deserve to live.
No cap.
Man's gonna burn in hell and not fast enough.
That's him?
Fact.
Worst of the worst.
He's not the worst.
Who's worse than him?
My neighbor.
Oh,
You ever smell a dead body, Linda?
no.
I have. Jeff was cooking them up next door.
Come on, man. This gotta be worth at least what? $100. That's gonna be a collector's item. I'll give you a discount. Hey, I'll throw in some of these porno pics these girls have been sending me. I got no use for them.
Porno pics?
Pussies hanging out, everything.
Ah!
Okay, JD.
Jeff, what you talking all crazy for? You sound like you got some grandma pics.
What?
Hanging out.
A little sun today.
He's plotting.
That has to be the guy that kills
You
him.
think he's plotting?
He has to be the guy that kills him.
What's wrong with him? Like, he's really thinking he's all that because he survived an attack.
He looked like he was reading his Bible too.
Who, the other bull? Smack him over the head with a tray.
Yo, I'm tired of your disrespect, Dahmer.
Disrespect?
Fan of your food, the fucking sick-ass joke selling your autographs like you some kind of celebrity or something. You think prison is a game? You think we here for your fucking amusement?
Hey, man, I didn't mean any disrespect. I'm just trying to pass my time.
Checking him.
Same as you.
You ain't the same as me. I've atoned for my sins. Whatever you did to get in this joint, it's clear that you got zero remorse.
Woo!
I'm a Christian, and I find your behavior offensive.
Well, Mr. Scarver, according to the system, because of your psychiatric condition, your access to certain viewing materials is restricted.
Look, like I told the doctors, just certain food causes me to have these psychotic breaks. You know, bread, refined sugar, and all that artificial crap. Ever since I changed my diet and found Christ, I've been okay. Come on, Miss G. Pretty please.
Come on, Miss G, hook him up. Oh man, he's gonna go back to being himself once he finds out what happened.
Oh, he's trying to figure it out. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, when they find out his kid's involved, it's always raps.
She didn't just tell him, she gave him the magazine.
Everything. Oh, no.
Can I talk to you a sec?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right here in front of everyone.
Why do you think there's so many of us now?
You mean inmates?
No, I mean, guys like me. People they call,
Cannibals?
serial killers.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure anybody knows the answer to that.
He looks familiar.
Some say it's the interstate highway system, a relatively new invention in the history of this country. You can kill somebody and disappear fast. Dump the body 1,000 miles away. Or maybe it was World War II or Vietnam. Dads coming back from the war, they're traumatized, don't talk about it. They're absent, abusive, they raise troubled sons. There's also the explosion and wide availability of pornography, which wasn't the case until the 1970s.
Wow.
Don't seem
You
accurate.
believe there's such a thing as just being evil?
Good question.
I think you could probably guess that I do.
You know, I went to church as a little kid. And then one Halloween, I went as the devil. Even in movies, like Star Wars. You know, I always liked the bad guys more, you know?
No, I don't know.
Well, so did I. Those characters are written better.
Yeah.
What do you really want to ask me, Jeff?
Well, I was watching that John Wayne Gacy on the news. You know, people say we're the same because we both did terrible things. But I really think we're different. I admitted to everything. All of it. And Gacy still says he didn't do it.
Oh, wow.
I wanted the death penalty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either.
And he was saying that He's not afraid to die, because he's made his peace with God. And he's gonna go to heaven.
How do you make peace with God over something you didn't do?
Well, it's not about deserve, Jeff.
Ooh.
That's the thing about grace. We don't deserve it, but we get it anyway. You know, Jesus wasn't alone when he was dying on the cross. There were two criminals that were being crucified with him. And one of them said to Jesus, kind of making fun of him, he says, hey, if you're the Son of God, why don't you save yourself and save us while you're at it? But the other one, he shouts this guy down, says, hold on. You and me, we're criminals. We're getting what we deserve. But this guy, Jesus, he didn't do nothing wrong. Then he says to Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And so Jesus turns to him, and you know what he says? He says, today you will be with me in paradise. Jesus didn't ask him what he'd done to get crucified, didn't ask him if he was sorry. All this guy had to do to be saved was to believe that Jesus was the Son of God.
And at some point or another, we all deserve grace.
Deserve? You mean we need?
But when it comes to Jeff Dahmer, I can't forgive him. Even though there may be something wrong with his brain, or he couldn't control himself. I can't.
How do you?
My heart is full of hate. Revenge. I thought him being in jail for the rest of his life would be enough. It's not. I want to see him suffer. I even have nightmares about it. And I see myself hurting him. Giving him pain. Making him beg for mercy. I'm scared, Baxter.
Something I gotta tell you, Dad. Something I'm planning on doing.
What is it?
He's like, please, no.
Church.
I want to get baptized.
Jeff.
He
That's
was worried.
I thought you'd be happy. Only problem is I don't got a baptismal tank in here, and, well, I still gotta find somebody to baptize me.
It's so great. That's so great.
And, you know, baptism's all about washing away all your sins. God forgiving you is one thing. I know he could do that. But, I guess what I wanted to ask you, Dad, is if you could ever forgive me.
I will. I'll forgive you, son. I do. I have. Because you're my son.
Yeah. That's good.
Just when you thought folks couldn't stoop any lower.
It's sick. It's like they're making him into a superhero.
Freedom of speech, my ass.
I know, girl. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure who should be offended more, us or Jesus.
So what do we do?
Say we file another lawsuit.
But we lost the last one. Aren't we just gonna lose again?
There's a chance we might.
Then is it really worth it?
Are you saying that we should just forgive and forget what Dahmer did? And allow these folks to continue to profit off of him?
Why expend all that effort to file another lawsuit if at the end of the day we lose again in court?
Because it makes a statement.
It reminds people that Jeff Dahmer isn't a superhero. He's a serial killer. It also reminds them that our sons weren't just Jeff Dahmer's victims. They were real people. They lived. They sang in the choir, loved to dance, teased their sisters. They were young men who had hopes and dreams for the future. And mothers who loved them. So even if we lose in court, if we can manage to get that point across, we win without winning.
I know I'm not gonna read this, but I hope Jesus whoops Jeffrey Dahmer's ass.
Do you have any last words?
How about you all kiss my ass? How's that for last words?
Where you going, JD? You're getting baptized.
See you later, buddy.
Right.
Catch you on the other side. Oh wait, no, I won't. I mean, Isaiah Rashad is not having it.
Motherfucker, man.
Oh, he thinks that he's just messing around.
Jeff, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit for the forgiveness of sin.
I don't know what to do. God Almighty, Heavenly Father, you got to talk to me. You got to show me what to do.
Official time of death, 12:58.
Oh.
Welcome to the family of God. Congratulations, Jeff. You're saved. Thanks.
I don't know if it quite works like that.
Yeah, I was about to say
but,
that.
Just do what I gotta do. Do it.
Hey, guys are getting some help this morning.
Sure. Fine by me.
I'm gonna clean the locker rooms. Well, let me in.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I don't think he's worried about him because he thought what Bull was saying to him the other time was just a warning. And then after he saw what he did, he was like, oh nah, like I gotta do something about this. Remember?
Yeah. He took that as disrespect too.
Yeah.
Him getting baptized, like, oh, he's messing around with my religion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cry for him. Dude murdered his wife, stabbed her in the face 5 fucking times, and tried to pin on 2 black guys. Ain't that some shit? But ain't nothing compared to what you did, though, Dahmer. You didn't just murder them. You desecrated their bodies and cannibalized their flesh. Answer me, Dahmer! Did you really eat their flesh?
Yes.
You're that 14-year-old boy.
Yes.
What made you do it? Did you enjoy it?
I was lost. I turned away from God.
So you believe in God?
Yes, I do. I've returned to God. I feel changed.
I believe in God too. But my God is a God of vengeance. It always catches up with you. Always. See, Dahmer, I'm his vessel. Understand?
Okay.
You like seeing them men in pain, didn't you? Well, Dahmer, you're about to feel every second of this. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Yeah, you can see him, but
Oh, they better not show that. Oh. Ooh.
I'm sorry. I love you. I loved you since the day you were born. And I love you till the day that I die.
No way. No way.
Lionel, please, just listen for once.
He wrote a will.
He said he wanted to be cremated as soon as possible.
they'll
His
get
whole
money?
body. You know, his brain's part of his body, okay? He said no open casket, no funeral, no headstone, no marker.
If you care so much about Jeff's wishes, why'd you have a memorial service for him then?
It was just a few family friends.
But not his mother.
Okay, the brain should be cremated. It should have been when the body was.
We have a chance here, Lionel, to find out why he was the way he was. Was it something he was born with? Maybe there was some small tumor somewhere?
Well, I think each of us has our own idea about why Jeff was the way he was, don't we?
Stop it, shame on you.
You know, they just
a lot
did
of
this very
reasons.
same thing.
There's a lot of
with
connected
that,
reasons.
John Wayne Gacy. They took out his brain and they made slides and whatnot, and you know what conclusion they reached? Perfectly normal. Well, that's what they're going to say about Jeff's brain too.
How do you know?
Answer is no. Joyce. Never going to happen. No, I think we need to try to put this behind us. Quit dragging it out and just, you know, move on.
Mr. Dahmer, this is something that Mrs. Flint will choose to pursue in court.
The dad played his part, but it's like the mom doesn't even want to, you know, accept any type of responsibility.
Okay, well, which one
you want?
All of them.
She's gonna see a Jeff Dahmer reference.
You know why? You're spoiled. And you know why you're spoiled? Because you ready, little rascal. Come on so you can help me put this stuff up there. You gonna be a big boy and help me?
Oh, it's been a few years.
Next.
The court recognizes a rather unusual situation here. It's one I certainly never encountered before and probably won't again. We have competing interests from the two parents of the deceased. I recognize the statement of wishes of Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm also concerned with the issue of closure. This is a rather evil chapter in our human existence, so to speak. I believe it would be beneficial to the public and all concerned that there be closure and that this matter is resolved once and for all and we move on. Therefore,
cremated.
I hereby order the brain to be destroyed. You'll never know why he did what he did. That's an uncomfortable truth, to be sure, but it's one you need to accept.
Thank you for seeing me today, Miss Yang.
Of course, and I appreciate your patience, Miss Cleveland. I realize we had to reschedule a few
7.
times. I'm sorry?
7 times. That's how many times your office rescheduled this meeting. But it's okay. Like all those times I called the cops on Dahmer, I'm used to having to be persistent.
So, Miss Cleveland, how can I help you today?
Well, I wanted to see how the progress was on the park.
The park?
The park memorial. I was told that the city was planning to turn the old Oxford Apartments on 25th into a park after it was demolished. So I wrote your office a letter saying y'all ought to make the park a memorial to Dahmer's victims. And you wrote me back a real nice letter, signed your name and everything. It's the right thing to do. It's the decent thing to do. So will you please discuss this with your supervisor or whomever can do something?
Not happening.
Absolutely.
Not happening.
And I will do everything in my power to help expedite that process.
Capper.
From my experience, these things take time, and I'm afraid that you and the families are probably gonna have to wait a little longer.
100 years is a little bit longer.
Right.
That's all right, Miss Yang. Because I'm used to waiting. I am determined to see this through for the victims, for the families.
You think the park got built?
I ain't gonna let Jeff Dahmer and his
Probably
people
not.
be the only thing folks remember. As long as I have breath, I'll keep waiting.
Oh. 2 14-year-olds.
I think they weren't the brothers.
I'm not sure.
Okay, we are officially done. Dahmer.
Yep.
Leanne, thoughts?
I can't go first. You go first.
Okay, so what are the thoughts? Dahmer's redemption, with him getting baptized and him wanting to be Christian, that is a complicated issue. That is very complicated because I feel like the theme with the whole episode is that God can forgive, but people have a hard time doing it, especially when it comes to somebody who did something as foul as Jeff did. And the one priest said that it was genuine, and the black priest also, he seemed like it was a genuine request from Jeff. But nobody else really could accept it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Isaiah Rashad / Antonio Brown, the inmate that killed him, he said he was hearing from God to kill Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And as crazy as it sounds, I feel like he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he heard from God to kill Jeff. I feel like that's what he wanted to do. Therefore, he used God to justify it. And while it was satisfying to see him do it, it was just so strange because it was like the person who's doing the right thing is wrong, and the person who's getting the thing done to him that they deserve probably shouldn't be getting that done to him in that situation, because it felt like it seemed like he was really trying to turn his life around. But then it also goes back to, can you turn your life around from when you're that deep in, you know? And you know what else? I feel like if he did genuinely turn his life around, that proves that he wasn't mentally insane. It shows that he made decisions, you know? And he has to live by those decisions, because if you turn from your ways, you have to have control over what you do and everything like that, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. Crazy episode. I'm glad we're done.
I remember reading about Jeffrey Dahmer a few years ago, like a long time ago, and I remember reading...
A few years ago, a long time ago? Which one was it?
Like years ago. Years ago is a minute ago. A minute ago. And I remember reading that, like, towards the end of his life, he was, like, getting closer to God and trying to, like, change and baptism and all that. And I remember back then I was like, I don't understand how that could ever happen to someone who's done so many terrible things. But like Aston said, like, the guy felt like he was doing the right thing by killing Jeff, and at the end of the day, I don't think God would have wanted that.
Yeah, like he was saying like he's God's vengeance, but in reality it's like he expedited the shipping on it, because it's like God would have got him back for what he did himself, you know, and you did it, you know. You
did it because you were mad, and like the girl behind the desk was like, you're not supposed to be reading certain things because it literally makes you like react in a terrible way, and he was like, I'll be fine, and it was like he knew he shouldn't have read those things, and the moment that he did, it was just like, I can't control this feeling that I have, and like you said, I'm gonna justify it by saying God is using me to do all these things to you.
Yeah, and it seems convenient that he was like praying like, God, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And God just happens to tell him exactly what he wants to hear, you know. But again, it's so nuanced, because is that not what he should have done, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my opinion, it wasn't his place to do that, because like exactly like you said, God is gonna get Jeffrey at the end of the day, whether or not something happens to him or it just is naturally done to him. So I don't think it was his place to do all that. I know everything else leading up to it makes you feel like, oh, he deserves to be killed and da-da-da-da-da.
You notice, do you think this goes back to his conversation with the priest when he was talking about, I always enjoyed the bad guys more? And then the priest was like, yeah, the bad guy's story is always written better. And then in that last situation, you have the bad guy getting killed, but he was more so in the right.
Right.
And you have the good guy killing the bad guy, but the good guy's in the wrong.
Right. Could have.
What the frick?
But the guy that killed him was really like spitting facts though, when he like confronted him at the cafeteria table, and he was like, you have no remorse whatsoever, and he didn't. Like, up to that point, people were sending him letters and like fan mail. He was flexing in there. He was flexing. He was like, I'm hype, I'm that man, and then he almost got killed. And he survived, so
and he was still doing it.
Exactly, so it just gassed him up even more to think that I'm untouchable. And that's exactly how he felt until Bull was like, you need to check yourself or I'm going to come after you.
he was just talking about how it was disrespectful for him to be in there like that. And he's like, "Do you think jail's a game?"
Yeah.
You know.
And I wrote down on my notes when he was talking to the pastor about like the pastor was like, oh, sometimes we don't know what influences serial killers like and why there's so many now. Is it because of all the porn that's accessible now, or is it the fathers that were at war and they went through all this trauma? And he was like, oh, is it just sometimes people are just evil? And that's what he was saying throughout the entire show. Like after he got caught, people were like, oh, are you insane? Are you this? Are you that? And he was just like, no, like I literally made these decisions. Like nothing influenced me. Which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like things did. But he literally was like, I just wanted to do these things because I wanted to do them.
Yeah.
There was no illness or I wasn't crazy or anything. So that's what I got from that conversation he was having. Like it's not any of those reasons. It's just I wanted to do it.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think the central reason is he wanted to, and then everything with his parents and his upbringing were a slew of decisions that were connected, right? That made him take that next step from I want to do it to I'm going to do it, right? So I feel like there's a lot of people who might have had the same background as Jeff, but they never took the step from I want to I'm going to. And everything in Jeff's background led him to take that next step, and that's when he becomes a killer, you know?
Like his dad. His dad's
a killer? No,
but his dad talked to Sherry and was like, I had, like what he was saying, I had those similar thoughts.
Yeah, right.
But I just never took it beyond that. I just was like, okay, I have to stop.
Right. Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
We are done.
We are done.
Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. Let us know what you thought of the series as a whole. And biggest question, let us know if you think what Jeff, his redemption, his conversion, let us know if you think that was genuine or not.
Yeah.
Do you think the guy should have killed him at the end? Do you think he was really working through God's will, or was he just doing what he wanted to do and using God to back it up?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe. Can't believe we're finished. Deep breath. And yeah, see you guys later. Love you.
Love you.